All right, guys, a lot of you have been curious about what I'm going to be doing to this Excursion down here. You found out in the last video it's a V10 and everything basically that the deal is with it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm going to be doing to this truck. So, and also if you watched the last video, there's only 3 possible things you could think that I'm going to be doing to this. It's number 1, I'm going to be swapping a Cummins in it. Number 2, swap a 7.3 in it. Or number 3, do something with parts or whatever. And sorry to disappoint you Excursion guys, but it's not the first 2. I'm not swapping a 7.3, I'm not doing a Cummins swap. Let me explain. You noticed in the last video, I came inside and I was obsessing over all the controls and everything in here, like all the buttons and everything fancy about this thing since it's an Excursion with the key fob and a keypad. So what I'm going to be doing to this truck is basically I'm going to be stripping it down for parts, selling kind of whatever is left here, all body parts or whatever, and seats and whatever else that's in here. But my plan for this truck is to take the entire wire harness, especially like the dash one. I'm going to adapt it, I'm going to make my own harness, and I'm going to run it in my truck so that I have like a keypad, I have a key fob, I'll have the electronic air conditioning, which I really like, in there, and I will have like just all the harnesses should be there that for all these fancy options I need. Obviously some of the things in the back like rear air conditioning, like I'm not going to use that, but I'm just going to basically take this harness and adapt it, and I'm going to make my own harness for a truck that they never really made. It's going to be a King Ranch 7.3 with all the options, and taking it from the perfect vehicle itself, which is an Excursion that has all the options. So this is my plan with this truck. Sorry if it's disappointing to everyone who thought I was going to be rolling with an Excursion, but that's not the case. Although one day I would not mind getting a 7.3 Excursion and building it, but they're kind of hard to come around. I only see them once in now for a decent price. So basically in these upcoming videos, I'm going to be taking the dash out, doing the harness. I'm going to do as best as I can, kind of showing you how I'm going to build this harness, because this is a gasoline harness anyway. Most of the stuff on the dash is the same. A couple of things are different, but that's why I'm going to be making my own harness. And a lot of people are probably going to be like, oh, you're never going to do that, but I will do it. This is going to get done, and you will see it being worked out, and it's going to work. Everything's going to work, and it's going to be in my trusty black truck over there. So exactly why I bought this, $1,000, and I'll be able to sell whatever's left and get some parts out and whatnot. So anyway, this thing's a little rusty. It's not really worth building. I mean, I guess you could throw some rockers on it and stuff. It's still got a little bit of rust issues, but it's just a parts vehicle at this point, no transmission. To find a buyer who's going to really buy this and swap a Cummins into it or do something after I take all the wires out is kind of going to be hard. So I'm just going to part it out. I have plenty of people who want all these parts anyway, so it's a perfect vehicle to donate to other projects. Alright guys, well, I explained to you what I was going to do to this truck. As hard as it is for me to cut up a truck like this, especially a nice looking one on the outside like this, I'm going to do it. I need it for my truck. I was really tempted to put a Cummins in this when I bought it after. I wanted to change my plans, but it's not a realistic build for me at this point. And to even get a 7.3 in here is just not realistic for me currently. So I want to stick to my original plan, part this thing out, get the wire harness out, and then we're going to have some fun with my truck. It's going to be sick when it's done. So stay tuned for that. Definitely give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next video.